People would see our picture and immediately think and comment, what a sweet Christian family we were. It's hard. I mean, just saying that out loud just now was just like a dagger to the heart. And that's what it felt like. I mean, my heart would drop every single time because it felt like a lie. They knew I was a Christian. They knew what I cared about most. And so, of course, they assumed that was my whole family. When Adam and I met, we were both lost. I was lost because I was seeking. I wanted a relationship with the Lord, but I just didn't know how. And he was lost by choice. It was in the process of trying to have a baby that I really, developed my relationship with the Lord. We struggled. It took us a year to get pregnant. We became pregnant. We lost that baby. And it was through that I really had to rely on something bigger than myself. And it gave me the opportunity to search harder and to develop that relationship deeper. But there was still kind of this struggle. My husband, my best friend, the person I spent most of my time with, wasn't there. I felt like I got gypped growing up. That no one took me to church. No one introduced me to how to have a relationship with the Lord, of that fellowship and community. And so something that I felt really passionately about was I wanted to raise our children in the church. And he was on board with that. Adam was still very adamant that he wasn't a believer and he wasn't going to be a believer, but he would support me and how I wanted to raise our children. When we first moved to Tulsa, the first, week or two that we were in our house, this sweet woman and her young son came up to our front door with a plate of cookies. And they're our neighbors, and said, "Hey, we're your neighbors. We live across the street. We go to Battle Creek Church. If you need to find a church, we'd love to invite you to ours." And I attended one Sunday, and I just knew. I was like, I think Adam would like this. One of the things that I was always fearful of was I don't want to shove this whole Christianity thing down his throat. I don't want to make him feel like it's an ultimatum. I don't want to scare him away from it even more. One of the reasons that Adam, was kind of running from the faith was because he felt like it was kind of pressured on him. And so when I first kind of started to hear the message of All In, I heard the message of giving, of generosity. And initially I was like, easy, tell me what you need, and we'll trust God with it, and this will be an easy one to get through. And I started to realize it's more than just surrendering our finances, but surrendering everything. It really made me have to step back and think, okay, what else in my life am I still holding on tight to? October 10th, that first sermon, that's when I heard, and that's when I understood, like, I need to let go. And then a week later, Saturday night, I'm encouraging Adam to just please give it to God, let go. And the next morning, he came to me and said that he wanted to surrender to the Lord, that he wanted to do that. And so we went to church that day, and he allowed me to go to our pastor and talk to him and get guidance and counsel on how to move forward. And then, of course, he took the reins with Adam from there, as far as just kind of discipling and guiding him through that process. So we had met with Pastor Jacob, the children's pastor, just about their desires to be baptized. Details matter to me, dates matter to me. I stopped and looked at the date, and it was 12/12/21, which, how cool of a date is that? That I just know God orchestrated, because he knows how much I care about dates. Our family dynamic has definitely shifted. When you go from a wife who's a believer and a husband who's not, and even kids who are not, to a family who has an intimate relationship with the Lord, it changes everything. I'm not going to lie and say that we're this perfect Christian family, as people still comment on Facebook, because we're not. We're imperfect. And to have a husband that can come to me and say, God's got this. Let me pray with you. And just to see his faith, it just renews mine. And it's not just me by myself, but it's our family as a whole that, our daughter and son do that for us as well. When we're struggling or we're, my daughter just the other day, I was being a little Martha, and my daughter looked at me and said, Mom, the Lord asked us to listen with our eyes, our ears, and our heart. Just little things like that are just so encouraging to know that they know God, they have a relationship with the Lord, just how much we value surrendering and giving God our all. How important it is, what a reminder it is that he can only bless those things that we give him. And when we give him our all and surrender everything, like I said, it's not just about our finances. It's about our lives. It's about everything that we cling to. And that when we allow him to have it and use it, that he blesses us exceedingly abundantly above anything.